The focus of many local stakeholders was on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee meeting in Gordon House Tuesday morning. Officials from the Integrity Commission were in attendance to, among other things, explain procedural matters about some of the IC's most recent reports. Chairman, retired Justice Seymour Panton, put forward a fierce defense of the work of the IC as he dismissed claims of bias.
70% of the persons on the voters list do not vote. And it is startling that it could be suggested that the 5 commissioners happen to be partisan. So we reject that. The commission takes orders from no one other than the court, and it needs to be understood.
He scolded some parliamentarians for their recent behavior towards the very body they created, and suggested some of them may need to have audience with Government Senator Dr. Sapphire Longmore, a psychiatrist.
It may well be that she needs to have a word with some members of the House. I don't know if something is wrong with the water in Parliament, why some people, the moment they get into Parliament, they say certain things and behave a certain way. I decided that I wasn't going to take the chance of drinking any water here.
There have been 3 instances since June in which local news entities reported on IC reports before they were tabled in Parliament and made public officially. It is still anyone's guess who is leaking the material, but
I find it puzzling to understand if it is happening from the Commission, why is it that it is delayed, the leak is delayed until it is sent away from the office. I cast no aspersions.
That said, the IC chairman wants checks to be made to determine if someone at the commission is breaching protocols.
If it is thought that anyone in the commission is leaking these reports, we would like it brought to our attention, would like it investigated, because anybody in the commission who leaks, if it's an employee, instant dismissal.
So down to the Integrity Commission, see it say Andrew Holiness need prayers. Down to the Integrity Commission, see it say the devil are ride Andrew Holiness. Andrew Holiness possessed with the devil. Down to the Integrity Commission, see it say Everald Warmington and much of the Jamaican Labour Party members are possessed with the devil and them need prayers. And him willing to pray for them. Him willing to take the time out, invite them to his church and pray for them. I'm not wrong him. Because these people are so involved and indulge in iniquity, in what they are working, in science. Till them favor it. Them believe in it till them favor it. So me no wrong the Integrity Commission to tell these people say them need prayers. Them really need prayers. Anyway, Andrew Holiness is a man like this way. Him not like you about prayers, you know. Remember, anytime at all when you tell Andrew Holiness about prayers, him get upset, him get ignorant, him get hungry, and he want to pop up somebody. Just like in the big C time when he get angry upon the pastor woman. Devil them. And if the Integrity Commission can see, say, them are devil, then who is me and you not to see that these people are devil? These people are no soul. And the Integrity Commission make it clear and plain say, him no afraid of none of them. And him not take no talk from none of them. Him only take talk from the court. And that is why, Mr. People, you cannot trust these people to put them back in a power. You cannot trust these people to run this country for another 4 years. Not even for another year. Time come for a change. Time come for we select a leader with integrity. A leader who believe and trust in a God. A leader that can drive the country in the right direction. And that leader is Mark Jefferson Golding. And if you believe that Mark Golding should become the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the leader of Jamaica, the man to lead this country in the right direction, then type in the comment section, Mark Golding for Prime Minister, and like the video and share the video. Make we spread the news, make we spread the message. If you believe that Mark Golding should become the next Prime Minister, the next leader of Jamaica, then like the video and type Mark Golding for Prime Minister in the comment section. Make we get rid of the Obia Walker them. Make we get rid of the green people them. They are evil and everybody can see it. And no, if you was a subscribers, remember evil. In everything you do, bless up to my viewers and my subscribers. In everybody any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. Watch the video until the end, and remember, leave a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. So welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now, remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewers, first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell, so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content with a friend, a family, a loved one. Share it on your social media platform. And viewers, remember, we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. We are now at 97,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, now is the right time for you to do so. Alright? So now, people, there's a lot of back and forth going on with the Integrity Commission and the Jamaican Laborite Party ever since the report came out against the leader of the Jamaican Laborite Party, which is Holiness. Now, the Integrity Commission came under attack from members and supporters of the Jamaican Laborite Party because they don't like the fact that the Integrity Commission embarrass them leader. So they might attack the Integrity Commission. But we, the people of Jamaica, need to stand up with the Integrity Commission and protect them with all costs, because we know what they're trying to do. These people enrich themselves with taxpayers' money, with charity money, and I behave as if them not do nothing wrong, like the law no go for them. But people, we have more video from the Integrity Commission. So people, check out this without a doubt. And remember, leave a like on this video.
On the first point, the first question, whether a person who is being investigated for illicit enrichment is notified by the commission, and you want to know the exact text of the notification. Yes. Now, when a matter is referred on to the Director of Investigation for investigation, for example, illicit enrichment, it is the practice, as I recall it, of the Director of Information and Complaints that he advises the declarant that the matter is being referred. My recollection, and you may correct me if I'm wrong, the letter does not say that you are being investigated for illicit enrichment. And he says that I am correct. Now, when the matter comes to the Director of Investigation, that matter has to be assessed. There has to be investigation into the matter before the declarant can be advised that they are being investigated for illicit enrichment. Because the Director of Information and Complaints doesn't necessarily go in depth with the matter. For me to, at the start, indicate to the person that you are being investigated for illicit enrichment might be a little bit premature because of what the legislation requires, Section 14.5 of the Corruption Prevention Act. So there is preliminary investigation or in-depth investigation. Now, I would also send a letter to the person once I receive the matter to say that this matter has been referred to me. I will not necessarily say that you are being investigated for illicit enrichment for the same reason I mentioned earlier at that early stage. Now, once there is sufficient evidence that this person owns assets disproportionate to their lawful earnings, or there is some evidence of it, some indication, a notice is sent to the person. At the head of the notice, I don't have it in front of me now, there it states what section of what legislation the notice is being sent under, and then it would be section 48 and section 14.5. And the words illicit enrichment are also in the header of the notice. Now, if I may read for you, maybe 2 paragraphs from the notice itself. It says, take notice that the Integrity Commission is investigating the statutory declaration submitted by you for the year so-and-so to determine, among other things, whether there are reasonable grounds to suspect that you have contravened Section 14.5, which is the section that deals with illicit enrichment, of the Corruption Prevention Act. And if there are any other legislation that we're looking at the person under, then we'll also state that in this case, there was Section 43.2 of the Integrity Commission Act or any other enactment, and whether recommendations ought to be made hereinafter the investigation. The second paragraph is important. Take further notice that the Commission, from the proceeds of its investigations so far, has determined that you own assets disproportionate to your lawful earnings, insofar as have been declared by you. Consequent on the foregoing, you are invited to attend on the commission, and we say what the address is, and the date and time, to be interviewed for the purpose of providing an explanation to the Director of Investigation, or his designate for the purpose of answering questions concerning concerning the investigation. And then the notice goes into the areas that will be covered. We provide attachments, so if there are things that need to be explained, those things are attached. For example, it could be bank statements, it could be land title, whatever the case may be. Whatever we need to be explained would be attached to the notice. The notice is dispatched in triplicate. One of the copies would be endorsed by the declarant as having been served on them, and that is returned to the commission. So that is how they are advised that they...
Can you release your mic, Mr.? Okay.
So Andrew Wallace now from July 2023 say he was under investigation for illicit enrichment and keep lying to the people of Jamaica that he knew nothing or knew about anyone in his party that are under investigation for illicit enrichment. One of the biggest lie we could ever tell the people of Jamaica. And if that man can stand up to the people of Jamaica and tell such a bold and blunt lie, what else he wouldn't do? So how can you even think about trusting somebody like that? We just stand up in front of the Jamaican people and tell such a bold lie. Say know nothing about investigation or no one that are under investigation.
Let me just be clear and follow the process. If I'm being investigated, Mr. Beresford would indicate to me that he's referring a matter to you, but he doesn't state the nature of it. You would then write to me to say a matter has been referred to you in relation to me, but at that stage you don't include the specific nature of your investigation. Once you have done your due diligence and weighed the evidence, and you have come to a conclusion that you should commence an investigation, you then write that I would receive my third correspondence as a declarant then. The first from Mr. Beresford to say you have referred to you. The second from you to confirm that you are in receipt of a referral. And then the third, that having done your preliminary checks, you are now commencing this investigation and you are calling on me to answer these specific allegations or charges. Is that correct?
correct in every respect, except to say that at that stage we are not commencing the investigation.
Well, not
we are
commencing.
continuing
You are
with the
continuing.
investigation, but we are at a stage where we are asking you to explain assets that we find to be disproportionate to your lawful earnings.
And the same principle would apply whether it's an investigation for another matter. So, for example, failure to declare particular assets, etc. The same principle in terms of the process applies, where Mr. Beresford indicates to the declarant that a matter has been referred to you, you acknowledge, and then once you get to a stage where you believe they're sufficient, then you write to the declarant. Is that correct?
Not in all cases.
Okay.
Because the illicit enrichment matters are peculiar, it requires that the declarant explain the source of funds for the assets. So it is not done in the very same way, but there may be a time during the course of the investigation that the declarant would be called in to answer questions, for example, under caution, after having collected the evidence and we are satisfied that there is sufficient there to arouse our suspicion that an offense has been committed. Then we would call them in at that stage. But each investigation, of course, will turn on their facts.
So members from the Jamaican Labour Party always expose report from the Integrity Commission to media, to the media friend, and then make it seem as if a PNP are leak it because the Integrity Commission are leak information to the PNP and then the PNP leak it to the media. Why them do that? Them do that because they want the people of Jamaica to lose trust in the Integrity Commission so they can get a chance to dismantle the Integrity Commission. And that's why, Mr. People, stand up with the Integrity Commission. Fight for the Integrity Commission. Do not let these criminals turn your mind from the Integrity Commission.
The section, I'm trying to pull it up. That appears to restrict public commentary on matters before they are tabled in the Parliament. Such a notice provided to anyone, if Julian Robinson as a member of the Parliament were to receive such a notice, as explained a while ago, regarding illicit enrichment, you, Director, would still expect that it would be treated within Section 53, subsection 3 of the Act, and that would not be then part of what would be public knowledge until it is tabled in Parliament.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Yes, indeed, the notice, having received the notice, the declarant is, or anybody else who comes into contact with the notice, should not breach Section 53 by announcing that there is an investigation. And you may refer to Section 56, that is even more restrictive than Section 53, that requires that all information in relation to complaints, statutory declaration, any matter before the Commission be kept strictly secret and confidential by members of the Commission, staff, as well as anybody who has an official function in relation to the Integrity Commission Act. I paraphrase, so you'd have to check the Section 56 for the wording.
No, I want to thank you for that clarification, because I think that a lot of individuals in our society perhaps had a misunderstanding of the parameters within which one ought to operate in those kind of matters.
I'm going to quote the last sentence written by the chairman, and from my interpretation, there appears to be a bit of a contradiction. And I quote, "Of course, there is nothing to prevent declarants or persons under investigation from speaking on the situation as it relates to them." So I am seeking clarity. If a declarant is under investigation before the report has been tabled in the Parliament, is it against the law for the declarant to acknowledge that he or she is the subject of an investigation?
In my opinion, a declarant can always speak about his or her situation at any time. That is my view of the law.
But it sounds inconsistent with
Well,
what Mr. Christie said.
the section says nobody is to speak about the thing. But I can't see why I am involved in a situation and I cannot speak about it. That is my interpretation of the law. It doesn't follow. Although I think I'm right, it doesn't follow that I'm right.
I'd just like to just respond to what was just said. This law was not written by the Integrity Commission. It was written by the Parliament of Jamaica. And if there are flaws in the law which are creating different interpretations, I think that's a matter for the Parliament. It cannot, that hat can't be placed on the Integrity Commission's head. It can't. We have already addressed the issue of conflicting interpretations. It is the responsibility of the country's lawmakers to make clear laws. And if we get into a situation, a pit, where we're, jumping over ourselves as to what this means and what that means, that's a matter for the Parliament to deal with. It can't be our responsibility.
Now, another thing that we're going to look at inside of this report is the incident that took place some time ago where one of the Integrity Commission members were shot by an unknown assailant and were robbed of his briefcase while on the way to Parliament or on his way to Parliament. Now, when them asked Greg Christie about the incident, him said, ask the Prime Minister. And from there, and then it raised a lot of eyebrow. A lot of people try to bash Greg Christie, but me see it, say, yo, foul play another one day. So people, the argument come up back again in a Parliament yesterday. So let us hear what the Integrity Commission had to say about the whole shooting incident and where the reports are.
I'm compelled to ask of the Commission's perspective in that context on statements that have been made by the Executive Director in September 2023 when, following the unfortunate incident on Director Evans, we heard a response saying you should ask the government that, ask them what it means. I note the response in writing, the explanation, but I would like to know objectively, and this is not an attack. In this space, we should be able to have honest, open conversation, and the country wants to know this. So let us put it to rest today. What, Chairman Panton, is your perspective on those comments from our Executive Director following such a significant and unfortunate incident? Do you consider those statements to be statements that you would categorize as such that fuel a sort of mood among sycophants and statements within the category that we should be careful of because of how the society would view them? Chairman, I'm very interested in knowing that. And in that vein, I have other issues, but I will ask the Chairman that first and then move to the other matter.
I'm surprised that that statement by the Executive Director has been raised again. The fact of the matter is that those of us who are on the Commission were in a position then, at the time of the incident, to understand why the Executive Director reacted as he did. Now, there were some very serious security concerns. I don't want to go in depth, But I have to say, because I have been asked, that Commissioner Anderson, Commissioner of Police Anderson, gave certain instructions to one of his senior members, and those instructions were not carried out. Had those instructions been carried out, the incident may well not have happened in respect of Director Evans. And in fact, Mr. Chairman, as a result of the disregard of the instructions of Commissioner of Police Anderson, I had to write a letter to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, copied to the Minister of National Security, exactly 1 week before this incident. And there's much more I could say, but the reaction by the ED was, to our mind, understandable. I leave it at that.
So there you have it, people. The Commissioner of Police allegedly know what happened to that man that got shot. Andrew Holiness himself know exactly what happened because the Integrity Commission have been making complaint. The Integrity Commission have been making complaint. And they have done nothing about it because they know everything. What did go on, and them know exactly what did in the briefcase and where it did go and why it did go Parliament. Why it did go Parliament. Andrew Holiness would have been exposed from that time. He was exposed from that time. But let me tell them this, God not sleep. God not sleep. And they mother they make it look like say the Integrity Commission did say something wrong. Like Greg Christie, they say something wrong. They make it sound like I say, Greg Christie, they say nothing wrong. When him say, ask on a Prime Minister, the man know exactly why him say, ask on a Prime Minister. And this government, this present Prime Minister is a corrupt one. And the members them are very corrupted. And that is why you see corruption are so high. The crime rate are so high in this country because they will do nothing to bring it down. This government is a corrupted government and they need to go. They need to resign. They need to go to prison. They need to go anywhere they need to go. But they need to leave the Jamaican people them alone. Give the people of Jamaica a break now. A full time on a class full. On a class full. Give somebody the country that mean the people good. Because you don't mean the people not good. All you know do a reap for yourself. You don't help the people of Jamaica. You don't want to set across his people. But people, state your thought and that down below in the comment section. And as usual, people, remember, leave a like on this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewer first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content with a friend, a family, a loved one. Share it on your social media platform. And people, remember we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. We are now at 97,000. We are now at 97,000. We only need 3,000 more to reach the target, people. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. Now is the right time. All right? Remember, love is the answer. God is love.